I'm gonna put a seedling in the middle of the boss room fight before I go in this room. I have no idea what's going to happen up here. Should go find out. It's another boss.
Why do you refuse to open your eyes to their manipulations? To millennia of shameful distortions of the truth? For eons, I stood as mankind's guardian, shepherding them with wisdom and love. Yet in return, I was betrayed. Those three power-hungry malefactors who declared themselves judges turned my own children against me, and waged a terrible war of needless slaughter. The judges and their crazed followers butchered those who remained loyal to me. And when I created the Rogar as a means to put an end to the madness, they too were no match for the heathen forces. In the end, even I fell. Although the judges found themselves unable to kill a god, despite their best efforts. In a world left blackened and corpse-choked by their crusade, the judges banished me to this barren realm, which has served as my prison ever since. Meanwhile, mankind set about themselves from the divine oppression of which they accused me. And yet, how
That's what I thought. I thought he had a ball on him.
judges themselves were raised to the status of demigods, figures of worship, their real ambition all too clear. Yet an outcome, the people deluded themselves
Really?
into believing a triumph. How much blood has been spilled in their names since my banishment? Far more than was ever spilled in my name. And now, after all the time mankind have had to shape their own destiny, see what they have made of it. War, greed, hatred, suffering, chaos. They believed they were capable of guiding themselves. But
Come on.
sorely mistaken. Mankind needs me. Now
I can't
the
believe
resistant
it. Well,
hubris of
I've
your
never been in here to begin with, so as expected. Now he gets to die. cutscene again. He's got a ball on him. I can't see it though.
Why do you refuse to open your eyes to their manipulations? To millennia of shameful distortions of the truth? For eons, I stood as mankind's guardian, shepherding them with wisdom and love. Yet in return, I was betrayed. Those three power-hungry malefactors who declared themselves judges turned my own children against me.
Oh.
Waged a terrible war of needless slaughter. The judges and their crazed followers butchered those who remained loyal to me. And when I created the Rogar as a means to put an end to the madness, they too were no match for the evil forces.
Yes, I gotta go. Man,
Even I
whatever.
fell. Although the judges found themselves
Just
unable
so I
to
can
kill
deal with
God,
these damn things.
despite their best efforts.
Really? Hit it.
World left blackened and corpse-choked by their
Thank you.
crusade. The judges banished me to this barren realm, which has served as my prison ever since. Meanwhile, mankind set about ruling themselves, free from the divine oppression of which they accused me. And yet, how little time passed before the judges themselves were raised to the status of demigods, figures of worship, their real ambition all too clear. Yet an outcome, the people deluded themselves into believing in triumph.
No.
How much blood has been spilled in their names since my banishment? Far more than was ever spilled in my name. And now, after all the time mankind have had to shape their own destiny, see what they have made of it.
Really?
War, greed, hatred, suffering, chaos. They believed they were capable of guiding themselves, but have been proven sorely mistaken. Mankind needs me, now more than ever.
Ah.
And what of other beings?
And I get hit again.
Godhood, where are they? What of Aureus and the abhorrent umbral creatures? They are cowards, hiding in foresight and obfuscating shadows, deeming you unworthy of their presence, their communion.
Go away.
And yet, here I stand before you with true words and open arms. For I love all of my children, even the wayward ones. Listen to me. You must stop this.
Oh no.
Before you allow
You're
yourself
kidding me.
to condemn all of mankind for eternity. I am not your enemy. The insistent hubris of enemies.
You gotta be an umbral, basically. destroy the ones I can before I go into Umbrella. Like these. No. Yeah. And that over there.
Why do you refuse to open your eyes to their manipulations? To millennia of shameful distortions of the truth.
Get over there.
For eons, I stood as mankind's guardian, shepherding them with wisdom and love. Yet in return, I was betrayed. Those three power-hungry malefactors who declared themselves judges turned my own children against me and waged a terrible war of needless slaughter.
Get over here.
The judges and their crazed followers butchered those who were made loyal to me. And when I created
I'm not gonna go hill, I'm just gonna let them take me into Umbrella.
to put an end to the madness, they too were no match for the heathen forces. In the end, even I fell. Although the judges found themselves unable to kill a god, despite their best efforts.
Okay.
In a world left blackened and corpse choked by their crusade, the judges banished me to this barren realm, which has served as my prison ever since. Meanwhile, mankind set about ruling themselves, free from the divine oppression of which they accused me. And yet, how little time passed before the judges themselves were raised to the status of demigods. Because of worship, their real ambition all too clear. Yet how people deluded themselves into believing a triumph. How much blood has been spilled in their names since my banishment? Far more than was ever spilled in my name. And now, after all the time mankind have had to shape their own destiny, see what they have made of it. War, greed, hatred, suffering, chaos. They believed they were capable of guiding themselves.
Oh.
But have been proven sorely
He didn't die?
Mankind needs me, now more than ever. And what of other beings who claim godhood? Where are they? What of ours?
Bro, man. God.
Adventure.
There's only one more.
I look upon you with pity, my lost child. For you have been deceived and enslaved by forces who regard you as nothing more than an instrument through which they might
in the middle.
enact their blasphemous will and prevent my rightful return.
Where's he at? No? come back through. I'm switching back to one weapon. I don't like that dual weapon shit. I only switched to that at the end. I didn't know that was the end. I guess so.